Hey Virgo, welcome to Forever Bliss Tarot with Sky. So we are working on some Mercury retrograde energy just to see what's to come. As you know, retrograde started today and ends on August 29th and, is a breeding ground for miscommunication, glitches, technology glitches, just transportation issues, just glitches in the mainframe that throw things off kilter. So I want to pull some cards to just see what could be in store for the Virgo collective. Keep in mind, this is a general reading, not a personal, so don't force anything to fit. There are millions upon billions of Virgos in the world, so just make sure you use your discernment. And we're going to jump right in and just see what's going on in the Virgo collective. What is the main theme for Virgo? What's in store for Virgo during this retrograde? What they need to be aware of, heads up, energy surrounding it, general theme for Mercury retrograde for Virgo. So you have new love, you have abuse, and you also have soul tie. So some of you may be encountering a new love, new crush, going on a date, just, some new chemistry, someone in your energy giving you the feels. Others may be dealing with abuse, could be physical abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse, trauma bonds, narcissistic abuse triggers, childhood trauma, inner child wounds. Now, as always, I got to put the disclaimer out there. If you are dealing with any type of abuse, especially physical abuse, please get away. Please get out of there. Seek help, get help, call the cops. Do not let anyone physically touch you. Just get help, whether it even be therapy, things like that. So, because abuse is a lot. Abuse is dangerous. So, you also have soul tie here. So, which is soulmate, twin flame, past life, lesson or blessing, karmic cycle. Some of you could be in a karmic cycle, breaking a karmic cycle, but that's the energy that is overall to come, or you're experiencing. You could already be experiencing some of this, but that's what Mercury retrograde is shedding light on for Virgo. Let's pull two more cards from another deck for a theme for Virgo during Mercury retrograde. All right, we have Black Tourmaline, and then we also have Misery Loves Company. So Black Tourmaline helps clear and repel negative energy from the body, home, work, and work environment, and assists the user in feeling more grounded and peaceful. So, something to consider for this retrograde is you may need to carry tourmaline around. Put it in your purse, put it in your pocket. You can put it in your car, put it in your desk at work, or, just sleep with it under your pillow. But black tourmaline will help repel some of the energy, some of the negative occurrences that could happen during this retrograde. You also have Misery Loves Company here. They like others to be miserable too, so that they can feel better about themselves. That's a goddamn shame, and that's some narcissistic shit. Where did narcissists come out? Abuse, exactly. People who are in pain, who don't want to heal themselves at the core and take accountability, tend to project that pain onto others because it helps them ignore the things within that they need to fix. So it's easier to put blame and mayhem on other people than shining a light on their broken ass insides. But I'm not going to get too into that, honey. That felt personal. Lord. So anyway, moving this over because I think there's a little glare over there, but so you can see that. So we're going to get into some tarot and just see what generally maybe some obstacles that can arise for the Virgo collective. Spirit, what obstacles may arise for Virgo during this retrograde? Asking for obstacles or clarity on obstacles that could arise for... No, that's too many. That's too many. We can't take all those, but we do have two so far. Messages of obstacles that may arise that Virgo needs to be aware of and just have the heads up on. All right, so we have Queen of Cups in reverse. We have Five of Swords in reverse. We have the Seven of Wands upright, and we have the Seven of Swords upright. Lord, the obstacles are obstacling for you, Virgo. Jesus. But starting with the Queen of Cups here, you know, you have it like, this it's a lot of conflict. There are some things that are about to rear its ugly head, and I'm so glad that, you know, you get the opportunity to be aware of it so you can be ahead of it. But, you know, in the beginning when, you know, abuse, soul tie popped up, misery loves company, it's a lot of conflict energy that could be up and coming in for this month, for this retrograde. Some of it could already be going on. You know, you've got the Queen of Cups here. We can start there. That's water energy, Pisces to be specific, being in reverse, you know. So it could be someone who's insecure. You're dealing with someone who's inconsiderate, emotionally manipulative. And you had that, I saw that somewhere, emotional abuse. Yeah. Someone who's emotionally manipulative, you know, insecure, jealous, you know, using, you know, that poor me, you're, you know, blaming, you know, really just twisting things emotionally to just like play on your own emotions, or having themselves, you know, the victim of whatever it is that you did here. You've got Seven of Swords here with, which is upright. That's air energy, could be strong Aquarius, but that's about deception. It's sneakiness. You know, someone acting strategic or having a hidden agenda. Emotional manipulation is very much so a hidden agenda. It's, you know, guilt tripping you, making you feel like, you know, the reason everything is this is because of you. And if you weren't doing this, it wouldn't be XYZ. You have the Five of Swords here and also the Seven of Wands here. Both of these are encouraging you, like, it's not encouraging you, but like symbolic of you trying to move away from that. It's the Five of Swords is a conflict card, arguments, rivalry, bullshit. But with it being in reverse, it's you cutting losses from that. It's you, you know, trying to find resolve within the conflict, trying to move out of that energy, trying to unfuck yourself and recognize some of what's going on, because you also had the Seven of Wands here, which is upright. That's fire energy. I want to say Leo specifically, but it's you standing your ground and like standing in your conviction. It's you, you know, feeling challenged, but also pushing right back, you know, pushing back against the opposition, because not being manipulated, standing your ground, saying what you're not going to stand for, standing up for yourself, your beliefs, your emotions, your character, your dignity, just everything. Because while you have somebody emotionally abusing you or just abusing you in all facets, you know, there's a need for you to defend yourself even to a fault. You know, you've got, it can also symbolize, you know, others playing dirty as well. That's another aspect, and that can be an obstacle. You've got someone who's not playing fairly by the playbook, you know, by the fair playbook, so to speak, because again, abuse is strongly highlighted in this. And you know, it's a cunning tactic. They're not playing fair. You know, emotional manipulation. You want to move away from this energy, and you're being called, you know, there might be a need that you have to stand your ground on someone. So, you know, like, oh, let me get one more card for this. One more card. Yep, see, look at that. I asked for one more card, King of Swords. So with that energy there, that's, you know, a need for you, air energy again. So, but a need for you to be disciplined, you know, making head over heart decisions and standing in your truth and just not standing for bullshit. You will not be manipulated. The King of Swords is heavy communication. It's you speaking up for yourself. It's you standing in your convictions, like here with the Seven of Wands, but you also saying the things that need to be said and what you will and will not tolerate, because it's time for you to balance those scales out and just really, you don't have to absorb all of this bullshit and everything's your fucking fault. Stand your ground and say what you need to say. Say the things that you may not have been saying to keep the peace, because it's only creating a war inside you if you let it slide. So let's see, how should Virgo handle these obstacles? Spirit asking for clarity and advice on how Virgo should handle this opposing energy or the obstacles that are coming up during Mercury retrograde. See, look at this. How should Virgo be handling these? Oh, hold on. That was too many. Too many. But, I mean, this is already pretty clear, but I still want one more. Advice on how Virgo should handle these obstacles. Look at that. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So, you have the Eight of Cups that popped out first, then the Devil, which he kind of popped out sideways, so I'm going to leave that on the fence, and the Hermit, and the Star upright. The way you should handle these obstacles is moving away from this toxic shit. Like, let's first and foremost, you do have the Eight of Cups emphasis on moving away. You know, maybe feeling defeated, feeling disappointed, but it's you moving on. It's you making a difficult choice, and sometimes that difficult choice is like leaving some bullshit behind that is just creating constant conflict, abusive energy, soul ties, you know, things that are tied to lessons. And you have the Devil here that's, you know, on the fence. So I'm going to read that both ways. That's Capricorn energy. It could be, you know, placements you have or another party, but it's just toxic behavior, toxic addictions. It could be toxic attachments, being attached to toxic behaviors. You do have soul tie here, which is, you know, karmic triggers, things like that. So some of you could be dealing with a karmic or something that's a karmic cycle, and you know you're going to be detaching from it, because with the Devil on the fence, the other side of that, it's releasing yourself from those restraints, those confines, facing your inner demons, and just like liberating yourself and reclaiming your own power. You have the Hermit here. That's Earth energy, Virgo. Matter of fact, that's you. So Virgo, it's about, you know, the way you should handle these obstacles is going within. Remove yourself from the equation. There might be a need for solitude, for you to retreat, introspection, just like really listening to that inner voice and just soul searching, taking care of yourself. The Hermit is a strong self-care card. It's a strong need to not be using other things as a crutch, not, you know, just kind of really focusing on what your inner voice is telling you, like, you know, really dissecting the various things you may have dealt with, and, you know, things that you've put up with, you know, and looking at it from a deeper perspective of what things inside you may need to be changed as well in order for you to not be in a circumstance like that. You also have the Star here upright. That's air energy, Aquarius, but, you know, it's you stepping away from this and then just standing in your own personal power. It's pouring into you. It's having faith. It's healing. It's, you know, looking towards your own purpose, maybe even spirituality. You know, many of you are spiritual. Well, you definitely are spiritual if you're watching tarot. So, but it's about you looking at those things from a spiritual perspective and a heightened spiritual perspective, and just, and the fact that they both came out by each other. You have two introspection, healing, purpose, personal power cards, and like that is how you handle these obstacles, withdrawing yourself from the chaos, going within and focusing on what renews you. And see, look at this. You have the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck. That further solidifies, like, just looking at it from a heightened perspective of wisdom. You've learned a lesson, and it's time for you to implement that lesson into a more structured future for you. The Hierophant is all about, that's more earth energy, Taurus energy specifically, I want to say, but nonetheless earth energy. But it's, you know, the Hierophant is a teacher. The Hierophant learns. The Hierophant, you know, it's about looking at things from a wise perspective because you have learned lessons. And so that's how you handle that obstacle. Now, what should the Virgo collective focus on, Spirit? What should the Virgo collective be focused on for retrograde? What things should they focus on? What will benefit them with it being their focus during this time? Oh, I like that. Oh, one more. Oh, got that one. And I do want one more. What should the Virgo collective focus on for retrograde? What should they be putting their energy and focus towards? Let's see. Oh, I love that. So, you've got the Three of Cups. You've got, what else came out? The Ace of Cups, love it. You've got the Knight of Swords, and you've got the Queen of Pentacles. So, you know, what you need to be focused on is celebration. feeling mutually supported. You know, the Three of Cups here, that's water energy, Cancer heavy, but, you know, it's about collaborating with friends. Maybe there's a need for you to get out more and, you know, be more engaged with your social circle. That kind of helps you get out of some of the funk of some of this past energy that more than likely had you feeling so isolated and alone. And like, you know, what you need to be focusing on is, while you're regenerating your energy, you know, seek support from your social circle. And it doesn't even necessarily have to be support like you telling them all your problems. Sometimes just being out with your friends, celebrating, you know, getting yourself in environments where you're not really, your mind is distracted from dwelling on those things, is like so healing in itself. You have the Ace of Cups here. That's a, you know, new beginning, and could be love, could be friendships, you know, it could be just you even pouring into your own cup. And, you know, for it to come out next to the Three of Cups, I feel like, you know, you engaging your social circle more, friendships, you know, having those outings, get out with people that bring you joy, is going to be emotionally healing for you. And that's what you need to move forward, you know, with the Knight of Swords here. That's air energy. I want to say Gemini specifically, but you know, there's a need for action in that sense, and there's a need for you to just make sure you're moving towards positive interactions and things that fill your cup and that are emotionally fulfilling, so you're not in, you know, too much of a funk, dwelling on things, you know, creating more possible negative experiences in your life because you're just too consumed with what shouldn't have been or what was, rather than what should be. Because you also have the Queen of Pentacles here, and that is you, Virgo. Matter of fact, that's you, Virgo. That's you, literally your energy, Taurus energy, but Earth energy overall. But it's you feeling grounded and nurturing yourself. The Queen of Pentacles, you know, that's a luxurious bitch right there. Could be male or female, but that it's about comfort, you know, nurturing yourself. You're dependable. You working on your bag. You're making practical, methodical decisions. You self-made. You may be a single parent, a working parent, but it's you putting a focus on what brings you stability. And that can be emotional stability, material stability, you know, just something that makes you feel grounded and present and thriving. You know, that she's a provider, or she or he is a provider. You know, it's just that self-made person who makes practical, sound decisions that bring them long-term results. And that is what the Queen of Pentacles represents. So I do want to get some advice from Spirit. Spirit, give me general advice for Virgo. What overall just general advice do you want to give them a heads up about while navigating this retrograde? Boom. Okay, we got one. Asking for messages of advice while Virgo navigates this retrograde. All right. All right, Virgo, you're going to be just fine, honey. You've got the Two of Cups. You've got the Hanged Man. You've got the Ten of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune that came out. And so I think what Spirit is advising you is to surrender. With the Hanged Man here, that's water energy, Pisces, but it's you surrendering and just letting go and looking at things from not only a higher perspective, but also shifting your perspective about things and just really gaining like a deep insight and just releasing yourself from certain confinements. You also have the Two of Cups here. So that further solidifies the Three of Cups over here. You guys could have a new partnership coming on, a new union. And sometimes, you know, it could just be symbolic of you coming into union with your best self as well, for those of you who may not be looking for a partnership right now. But it's about just making a choice. There's a choice that needs to be made, and for you to have emotional fulfillment, and you surrendering and just like letting go and not forcing anything, and just letting things unfold naturally how they need to be, letting cycles close. The Wheel of Fortune here, fire energy, but it's, you know, it's about cycles. It's about the wheel turning in your favor and you transitioning into a new cycle. And in order for you to do that, you know, other cycles have to close out, especially toxic cycles, because the Wheel of Fortune can also be, you know, karma, or it could be the end of a karmic cycle, which solidifies karmic over here, because, yeah, you got soul tie here. So, you know, overall advice from Spirit is just focus on relationships and things that make you feel mutually supported. Just surrender to trying to hold on to things that need to cycle out of your life, and doing so is going to bring you to your 10 of Pentacles, which that's literally your energy again, Virgo, earth energy, but Virgo specifically, and that's what's going to lead you to that long-term success, that stability. You know, it could also represent family, you know, but it's financial security, it's domestic bliss, it's, you know, estate. It's just creating very grounded, firmly planted seeds that bring long-term reward. And that is what I have for you, Virgo. I love that for you. But there's just some toxic shit up here that might come up. Honestly, if it's not already, because you could be navigating this energy, but please keep in mind that these things are placed on our past as a lesson. It does not have to be a forever ass kicking. And so just make sure you're being gentle with yourself and being a positive hermit, because, you know, the negative aspect of the hermit is just isolation, withdrawal, and, you know, just really not accepting the lesson and really beating the hell out of yourself. But just look at it from a higher perspective and take this time to where you're pouring into self. Take it as a time for reflection and for healing, not for beating your own ass, but for reflecting on what you could have done better, not even what you could have done better. There's nothing you could have done better. What's done is done, if that's the case. But it's focusing on maybe some of the things you're not so proud of from the past, so you can create a plan and a way for you to not repeat those things and have a better, solid future as this cycle closes out and the wheel turns in your favor. So I want to pull some Akashic messages for you guys and just see what kind of past life messages you might have, higher self messages, but just what messages from the Virgo Collective Akashic Records that may help with them during this time of retrograde, time of turmoil, just decisions they have to make, guidance they may need, but just something that you think they need to get a message for, Spirit. Thank you. All right, so we have grounding. And then we also have break free. Look at that. So grounding is you're being asked to ground yourself. You've been spending too much time in your head, and it's time to pay attention to your body and the earth, to, you know, go outside and plant your feet in the ground and enjoy the centering feeling this brings. And I feel like that solidifies not only the hermit with, you know, grounding yourself, spending too much time in your head, but you have the star here, which is, you know, replenishing the earth. You have pentacles over here, which is like really strong grounding, you know, energy. You have the Queen of Pentacles here, which is another strong grounding energy. So it's about, you know, you getting back to your center and, you know, feeling control again, like at your core, grounded. So you also have break free here. You're being asked to break free from the tribe in order to live your authentic life. This isn't easy, but it's very necessary. If you're going to share your true self with others, be brave, be real, be you, and trust that those who love you will always be there for you. And I feel like that further supports, you know, mutual energy, mutual reciprocity, you know, making sure you're making choices that are emotionally fulfilling for you, and, you know, using your support system, you know, getting yourself out of funks and being around people that make you feel supportive, because that lifts your energy in itself. So that is what I have for you, Virgo. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope it made sense. I hope you're not really going through abuse and soul ties. I just hate that. But if you are dealing with something of the sort and this did resonate, and, you know, there are things that you just want to say about it, maybe comment, because other people could be going through the same things. And a lot of times your messages can help other people feel like someone relates to what they're going through, especially if it's something, you know, that is formed around abuse, because abuse is dark and abuse is lonely. So that could help someone else as well. But make sure you like the video, because it helps me access your energy better as the Forever Bliss Collective. So when these cards pop out, they're your ancestors getting direct messages to you that they know you're going to see and you need to hear. And make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss updates on future readings that pop up. But thank you, Virgo, and good luck during this Mercury retrograde. You are going to come out a new shiny star. That is just what's going to happen. So good luck to you.